Hi everyone, it's Sherry. Y'all, we are about to do this. Stay tuned. Time and time again, I can always count on the best online crafting family on YouTube. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new subscribers and to all of my new friends. Welcome back to all of my longtime subscribers and longtime friends. Thank you guys so much for the wonderful ways in which you're supporting me and my channel. In a previous video, I did a project share of this gift that I'll be giving, and I didn't do it as a tutorial because, like I said in that video, historically my albums don't do well on the channel. So I asked you to let me know if you wanted to see a tutorial of this particular mini album made from a gift bag. And what I promised was if I got 1,000 likes, then I would do a tutorial. Guess what? I got 1,000 likes in 4 hours, and I don't think that's ever happened on my channel. Very rarely do I get 1,000 likes on a video in a 24-hour period. Sometimes it'll take me a whole week to get 1,000 likes. But the people have spoken, so today we are going to make this. And I've already given you a look, but I'm going to give you another look, and then we're going to make it. So I'm going to switch to my overhead camera so that I can give you a closer look, because y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so here's another look at that gift bag that I turned into a mini gift album for someone that I'll be giving this to. And I'm just going to open it so that I can give you just an overview of how this looks standing up. You can see my pages. You can see this nice little flip top box. We'll be making that as well. And I have a total of 10 pages in this album on which you can write a message, leave a photo, add a tag, whatever it is you want to do. You're going to have that option. So here is what we're going to need to make it. Y'all, for this project, I'm using a gift bag that measures 5 by 6 by 3. And this is the size that I'm going to be using on this project. Now, this is going to be more of a process tutorial. Even though I'll give some measurements that are exclusive to the size of this bag, this really will be a process tutorial so that you can take any size bag and do the same project. So I have a bag that measures 5 by 6 by 3, and I got my bag from Pop Shelf, but that doesn't mean that you have to have this particular bag. You can find any bag that you want to work with. Then I have 2 pieces of decorative paper that measure 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then I have 10 white mats that measure 4 by 5. I have 10 green mats that measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece that measures 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then I have a piece that measures 11 1/2 by 5 1/2. And I have a piece that measures 12 by 5 1/2. Then I have a piece that measures 8 by 12, and I have a piece that measures 6 5/8 by 4 5/8. And we'll also need a piece that measures 11 by 12. So these are all of the pieces. If you want a downloadable supply list, head on out to my website. The link is in the description box, and download your copy. So the first thing that we need to do is take apart the bag. And I'm just going along the bottom, taking the bottom apart first. And then on the inside, you'll see the adhesive tab. And at the adhesive tab point, that is where we are going to take apart the bag. So I have taken apart my bag, and you're going to have one wide flap and then one narrow flap. It's the wide flap that we want to work with because we're going to reduce it in size. So basically, I am trimming away a portion of that flap, and I remove this amount. Now I'm going to try to save this so that I can try and use it for the closure. So now that your piece looks like this, we're going to have these 2 corner pieces here and here that we're going to remove. So I am just going to remove those, and I'll just angle in a little bit. And y'all remember, this is a process video. Your bag size might be different, so you'll need to make measurement adjustments to whatever size bag it is that you're working with. So now that we have it like this, we are just going to trim away a little bit of this. So I'm basically reducing it by about half size. And now that we have this, we're going to take this piece and fold it up and glue it in place, or you can tape it, whichever one you want. And just make sure you get that in place so that you don't have any humps or anything. Then here on the end, these flaps here, I am just going to trim away at an angle on both, because now I'm going to take them and fold them over. And guys, there are going to be so many different bag sizes that you guys will be working with. Unfortunately, I won't be able to assist you with determining the measurements because I simply am not capable of being able to answer all of the questions about the various size bags that you might have. So I'm going to add glue here, fold over, and get that nice and stuck. Y'all, we are already well on our way to having a beautiful project. Now, for me, I'm going to leave my handles because I think it adds to the charm of my bag, but I am going to make sure that these little white pieces here are nice and stuck, so wherever they might not be, I am just going to add some glue. You might want to remove yours and place some coordinating ribbon. I'm okay with these handles because, like I said, I think it adds to the charm of the project. All right, so now we're going to bring in the piece that measures 11 by 12, and on the 11-inch side, we're going to score at 5.5. Then we're going to take this, fold it in half. Now, if you want, you can spray this or you can tape it. I really wouldn't glue it because it's a large piece and we need to cover the whole thing. But I am going to add tape to mine. You can run it through your Creatopia if you like. But I am going to add strips of tape to mine and then I'll show you how we fold it. All right, so once we have our tape down, make sure it's nice and stuck because we're going to peel away the tape backers. And so now that we have the tape backers removed, we're simply going to take this and fold it over like that. And basically I'm just doubling the paper because we're not using any chipboard on this. We're going to be placing down so many pieces of paper that it's going to give us the feel and the sturdiness of chipboard. So now that we have this piece like this, we will be taking this piece and placing it on this piece. And you can see that it doesn't cover the whole thing, and that's okay. When I place it, I want to make sure that it's covering most of that white paper that is protecting these handles here, but we're going to place it down like this. So I'm going to add some tape strips across here, and then I'll add tape strips around here. So I am simply placing my tape strips along the edge of this inside liner. And I already have the tape strips here, so let's just go ahead and peel away the backer sheets. And so now that I have everything ready to go, I'm going to take this and place it down. Now y'all, this is not going to be a perfect craft because we're starting with an already imperfect bag, but we're going to try to get it as close to perfect as possible. But for me, perfection is just one of those things that I stopped chasing a long time ago. So I'm just going to place that down like that. Make sure I go over this whole thing to get it nice and stuck. Then I'm just going to find where the natural fold was, and we'll go in and get that back. And we'll do the same thing over here. We're just going to find that natural fold, and I'm just going to bend it a little bit to help it take its shape for me. And already my bag is just so much sturdier than it was before. So now that we have our bag like this, we're going to bring in the two pieces, one that measures 11.5 by 5.5 and the piece that measures 12.5 by 5.5. And we're going to score both of these exactly the same. So we're going to place them in on the long side and score at 4 3/4. And then flip it over to the opposite long side and score at 4 3/4. And we do that with both of these. So score at 4 3/4 on the long side, rotate it to the opposite long side and score at 4 3/4. So now we're simply going to fold and burnish our scores. And guys, this is one of those crafts that you can tweak and modify however you like. There are going to be parts of the process that I'm doing that you wouldn't do it this way. So you can definitely tweak and make the modifications that you need to have it fit how you want it to be. So now I have these two pieces, and you can see that one spine area is wider than the other. And when we place it down, we're going to place it down so that we center this spine inside of this one. And we're going to do that with glue. So I am just going to take some glue, place some glue on this spine, like that, and we're just going to place it like this. And you can add as many pages as you want. I'm only adding 2, but I'll end up with 10 pages to be able to work with. But if you want to add more, you can. I'm going to go ahead and just put that in like that. Get that nice and smooth. And now you can see we have our little booklet. And then our booklet is going to sit inside just like this. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm not going to put it in yet because I want to go ahead and mount the white piece that is 4 by 5 to the colored piece that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. We will have 10 of these, and I'm going to go ahead and just mount these. And I'm going to do it using glue because I don't want this coming undone. So I'm going to place this down like that. I'll go ahead and do all 10. I'll do one more with you, and then I'll do the other 8 off camera, and then I'll be right back. So I'm just adding some glue to the 4 by 5 inch piece, and I'm taking that piece and I'm placing it down on the 4 1/4 by 5 1/4 inch piece. So I'll go ahead and do the rest off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright y'all, so I'm back, and I'm going to go ahead and just take my mats, and we're going to place them down in our book. So I am simply going to take them and place them in the book. I have these two that I want to be different from all of the other mats that I'm placing. So I'm simply going to take my glue, and again we're just going to place these mats in the book while the book inside is flat. So I'm just going to take this and we'll put it down like this. And as you're making this, you're going to notice that when you're putting these mats down back to back, it really does firm up your pages. And if you've ever worked with chipboard, you're going to realize that you are stacking about 5 to 6 layers of paper, which is really giving you that chipboard effect. So let's go ahead and place this one like that. So this is going to be the center page of my book. Now I'll flip it over and I'm going to apply pages everywhere else. And I'm using glue because if you are planning on giving this to someone, I probably would not use my tape runner for this because the tape runner tape can break down over time. And you would hate to give someone a gift that a year down the road starts to come undone. So if you are planning on making one of these, and I hope that you are, leave me a comment below and let me know what occasion or reason you'll be making it. You'll see that with the first one I made it for a baby shower, but that was a specific need. You don't have to make these for baby showers. They really are any reason, any season paper crafting. And I know a lot of you said before that you had grandchildren on the way and you would be making this for the baby shower, which I think is just awesome. So we're just placing these down. And y'all, just like me, my albums tend to be very, very simple and somewhat plain. I'm not known for the waterfalls and the inserts and all of those other beautiful things that you see in albums. I tend to keep mine very, very plain and simple. Okay, that's working out beautifully. Let's go ahead and place these others. So now we have all of the pages down on the book like this. So now I'm going to go ahead and just take the piece that measures 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. I'm going to place it in my scoreboard on the diagonal and cut. And then I'll take these pieces and we're going to place them down as pockets. So very, very easy. I am just going to add some glue this way and some glue this way. And I'll take this piece. We're going to put it right there. Let's go ahead and get that nice and stuck. Then I'll open my book. This is the center page. Then I'll open this page, which is basically the opposite of this one, and I'm going to place the pocket on this side in this direction. So now I'm going to take my glue and just add some glue. And take this pocket and we'll place it right there and get that stuck. So now when we open it, we have this page, the inside, this page, and this page. So now we're going to take these two and we mount them like that. And I hope that you guys are really enjoying this process because I think it's a very simple way to make a little something for someone. So I'm just going to take this piece. We're going to put it in like that. Then I'm going to take this piece and add glue as well. And we're going to put this piece in like this. So now we have our book and it looks like this. We can now take this piece, which is going to fit inside the spine like that. And we're going to attach it to the spine using glue. So I am going to take my glue, be very generous with that glue. And I'm just going to spread it all over. And now I'll take this piece and I'm going to look at it from this direction because I want to make sure that I have it centered on the spine. Let me pick it up. Probably need to slide it up just a little bit. And when you're happy with how it looks, just go ahead and stick that spine to the back of your album. And then just pretty much fold over your album. And y'all, there we have the pages. Now we want to go ahead and make the box for the inside. We're going to bring in the piece that measures 8 by 12, and we'll bring in the lid that measures 6 5/8 by 4 5/8. And on the 8-inch side, score at 2. Rotate to the opposite 8-inch side, score at 2. On the 12-inch side, score at 5. Rotate to the opposite 12-inch side and score at 5. Let's go ahead and do the lid. So the lid measures 6 5/8 by 4 5/8. We're going to score at 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. So that's 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. And so now we are just going to fold and burnish all of our scores. Fold and burnish all of your scores. And I'll go ahead and fold and burnish the lid too, just to go ahead and get it out of the way. So let's just fold and burnish that lid. So now on your box, when you fold it, it's going to have the center tab. We need to go ahead and free the tab. So all I'm doing is freeing it like this. And now we can put our box together. So I am just going to take glue, place glue on that tab, and then place glue on one of these flaps. Bring it up so that the tab is on the inside. Let's go ahead and join that together like that. Then I'll use my bone folder to go on the inside and get that tab stuck. And make sure that my glue is nice and stuck. And then we do the same thing over here. We're going to take some glue, place that glue on there, and then we're going to place some glue on this piece. We fold over and fold over, making sure that we're nice and even at the top. Now we're going to take our bone folder or whatever it is you use to smooth things out. Let's go ahead and get that nice and stuck. There is the box. We're going to go ahead and make the lid. So let's go to the tab and drag straight down. Go to the tab, drag straight down. On this side, drag straight down, drag straight down. And then I am just going to add a decorative little front by angling in on this tab and angling in on this side. So now when I put it together, the front will have the little angle in. You can't really see it because my paper is dark. But now I'm going to add my glue like this. And we're going to go ahead and just put this together. And then here on the back, I'm going to take my glue and place my glue on these tabs because I am going to fold them in like this. This is how we're going to make that flip top. So get those nice and stuck. So then I'll lay it down and I'm just going to angle there and there. And y'all can see that I need to put some more glue in my bottle, but I think I have enough to go ahead and do the flip top. So I am just going to take my glue, add my glue to this piece like that, and then just glue it down like that. And now I can flip top my box. So now I can just take my glue, add my glue to this piece on the back. We can take this and we can place it inside of the score mark. So then I'll open it, go on the inside, and get it nice and stuck. So y'all, that is pretty much the process for how you take a gift bag and turn it into an album. And then it's basically up to you to decide how you want to decorate. So you can take some cut aparts, in the pocket. So it really is up to you how you want to decorate your book, what you might want to put in it. I think that I am just going to add a few stickers to give you some ideas on some of the things that you can do. Right there, I'm just going to place Beautiful Day. And I'm just going to decorate this entire thing with the Spring Market sticker sheet by Cartabella. So I'm just going to go through and place some stickers just so that you can see how easy it is to decorate your little book once you've made it. You don't have to go through and add so much of this and so much of that. Just keep it simple. And so I'm just going to title this Happy and put that there. So if you wanted to add a picture, you can, and you can see how this is starting to take shape. We don't have to do a whole lot to these little projects for them to be cute. And I think I'm just going to take this bicycle and place it right there. And I'm not going to stick it all the way down because if you wanted to place a picture behind it, you can. So I'm just using stickers to decorate my little book. So we're going to take that joy and put it right there. So I love how this turned out. Look at how gorgeous this is. Such an easy peasy process to take an already made gift bag and turn it into a mini album that you can also make a gift bag. So I'm going to take that scrap piece and I am going to score at 1 because we are going to see if we can make us a little closure. So let's add some glue and let's fold over. Get that nice and stuck. So now I can take this and just make sure I have it nice and stuck. Bring in my bag, take this piece, and just fold it around. I don't want it to be too tight. So I'm just going to take it and fold it this way, and then pinch it and fold it that way. So now what I'm going to do is remove some of this white. So I am just going to round this because I don't need all of that white. And then I'm going to take my glue. And what I found, because the bag has a coating on it, guys, we have to let this handle sit for a while so that it can stay in place. So I'm just going to take this and put it down like that. And then I'm just going to take one of my clips to hold that in place, because we really need to let that glue dry. All right, y'all, so now my closure is nice and dry. I actually let it dry for about an hour, so I'm pretty sure that it's nice and stuck. So now I can take this and we can fold it over. I am going to take one of my little Velcro dot pairs. It's my dot right there. Peel away. And then I'll fold over. And we'll get that nice and stuck. So I'm just going to work that Velcro sticky in. Lift up. Go ahead and add just a little more pressure to that Velcro dot so that it does not peel away. And now we can close it, and you can leave it like this if you want, or you can add a decorative element to it. And I am going to add that little joy sticker that I have mounted to paper to give it some sturdiness. I'm going to add that right there. So let's just add some glue right there. And we'll take this decorative piece that says joy, and we're going to put it right there. Again, we need to let this dry so that it can stay stuck. But I am very carefully going to lift up so that I can give you a final look at this sweet, super sweet gift bag mini album. There are so many ways to use this, because of course we can place a small gift in here. You can tuck in gift cards in the pockets. You could add in a few favorite photos. And this is a perfect gift, especially if you know someone in a nursing home, someone who might be bedridden, someone who really isn't able to get out as often. This is a great little pick-me-up. So you can put a couple of favorite sweets or treats or little mementos in the box, and then you can just add in all types of pictures and memorabilia that will mean something to them. So y'all, there we have it. This is the one that I actually made as a gift, and this is the one that I made to show you guys how easy it is to take a gift bag and turn it into a sweet little album such as this. The gift bag size is totally up to you. Just tweak these measurements to fit the bag that you have. Y'all, I hope that you have enjoyed this awesome way to take a gift bag, plain old gift bag, and dress it up and turn it into a gift bag / mini album. If you have enjoyed this project, and I certainly hope that you have, please make sure that you hit the like button, because hitting the like button is so important. It helps me to understand, do they like it or do they not like it? So please, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.